Hey soulmates, what's good? Paul from Tastesseoulgood here. Today I am going to teach you a super simple, easy, yet delicious recipe for kimchi. Alright, so as you probably know, kimchi is South Korea's most famous food. It is served at almost every meal here, and it is becoming a worldwide hit, and people from all around the world are starting to realize the great taste and health benefits of kimchi. So there are a million different ways to make kimchi. Every family has their own unique recipe. But today I'm going to teach you just a simple recipe. You should be able to get all of these ingredients at your local Asian market and should have no problem making this. So first I'm going to tell you what you need, and then we're going to make the kimchi. So let's go. Our first basic ingredients that we need are here. So this is like a Nappa cabbage. So I've just diced it in bite-sized pieces. Don't worry about making it pretty or anything. I've also washed this and drained it. Now, normal traditional kimchi is fermented, and you're going to do some extra processes with salt and letting it kind of soften up. However, this cabbage is not going to be fermented, so I'm not going to worry about that. So I'm just going to use this cabbage the way it is. And then I've also got some Korean green onion, or kind of like a chive. Again, I've kind of cut them up into smaller pieces, and this will be kind of the first layer of ingredients here. So adding some of that cabbage in here, and then you can add some of these green onions on top of that. All right, so the next part is to add some garlic. So I've got about a tablespoon of crushed garlic here. You can always add a little more if you want. And then ginger. So you could use fresh ginger, however, some people don't like it. I'm not a huge fan of it, so I'm just using some ginger powder. And I'm going to add about a half a tablespoon or so here of ginger. So I don't like really strong ginger flavor, but I guess if you do, you can always add more. So that's a great thing about this kimchi. It's really forgiving. If you like something, add a little more. If you don't like it, add a little less. Next up is a really important step in the process, and that is this. This is Korean red pepper flakes called gochugaru. So you can find this at your local Asian market. So this kind of goes up depending on your taste, how spicy you like your kimchi. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle about 1 cup here. You can again add more or less depending on your taste. So next up, I'm going to add some other ingredients. So this is kind of like a fish sauce. So it's milchi, which is anchovy. So you don't need a lot of this. It's a fermented fish sauce. So again, check your local Asian grocer for this. And you don't need a whole lot of this. It's pretty strong. So you can put about half a cup. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it here. All right, so next up is this. So this is sesame. So it is a fermented baby shrimp, like a brine shrimp. And it is, again, another really strong flavor. So you don't need a whole lot of this, but you need about 2 tablespoons of it or so. Again, if you don't like it, you can always add a little less, but this gives it a lot of nice flavor. It gives it a lot of depth. So definitely recommend checking it out. Unless you have a seafood allergy, then this is something you might want to leave out. Or if you're vegan, you don't have to include this either. You can just leave these 2 things out. But also, if you don't have both of these, you can just use one or the other, and you're still gonna get really great tasting kimchi. So don't feel too stressed if you can't find both of these ingredients. And then I'm going to add some of this. So this is a plum syrup. So this kind of helps take some of that fish smell out, and it adds a little bit of sweetness to the kimchi. So this is a really popular condiment for Korean cooking. So you just need about 3 teaspoons or so. Don't need a whole lot of it. All right, so here is most of it. It's pretty much done. So now the only thing I really need to do is mix this up, and I'm gonna kind of taste it and then adjust it as I see fit. So make sure you get your gloves and just get in there, you guys, and just get everything nice and mixed up. So just get in there, take your time, get everything mixed up nice and well. It smells really good in here, you guys. All those ingredients are getting mixed up. All right, so again, there are so many different recipes when it comes to making kimchi. And no matter who you talk to, you're gonna get a different recipe and different steps and different ingredients. That's what makes kimchi so wonderful. Each family and each restaurant has their own unique style. So some people might be watching this and might totally disagree with my style of kimchi, and that's fine. And other people might really enjoy this. So definitely try it out. Again, this is not going to be fermented. That is something that you can do to a different recipe if you want. Let this kind of sit in your refrigerator, get fermented. It gives a lot of good bacteria for your digestive tract and things like that. And it's a totally different flavor. And the cabbage has a much different texture, but it's just such a great little recipe. I eat this with rice, I eat this with ramen, I eat it all the time as a little salad by itself. So it is looking really good so far. I am kind of getting excited. All right, but I think it's time. I think it's pretty well mixed up, got everything coated there. So there's only one thing left to do, and that is to try my freshly made kimchi. I'm really excited to try this out, you guys. So here we go. Oh, yum. It is so good. I think it'll get better once it's cold and it sits a little bit. There's just so many flavors here. It's a little bit spicy, it's a little bit sweet. It's got that fishy taste, just a little bit. Yum. Cabbage is nice and crunchy. Oh, this is gonna be perfect. But what I can also do is add some roasted sesame seeds to this and give it a little bit of crunch. So these are whole sesame seeds. Just kind of add it as much as you want there. There we go. It's gonna give it just a little bit more of a nutty flavor. Going to just make it a little bit more crunchy as well. Oh, yum. Guys, this is such an easy recipe. The ingredients, and they should be pretty easy to find at your local Asian grocery store. So you really have no excuse not to try it. I think if you try it and you make this kimchi, you're really going to enjoy it. And it's really hard to mess up, so don't be too intimidated by it. I know you might be thinking, oh, making kimchi sounds so hard. It's really not, guys. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Yum. All right, so a few hours have gone by, so I've allowed my kimchi to sit in the refrigerator for a few hours to kind of let all the flavors meld together and get the full kimchi experience. So I am excited to see how it tastes now. And to get the full flavor, I have gone ahead and made up some ramen here, and we'll eat this together. So to me, kimchi and instant ramen in Korea is like peanut butter and jelly in America. You can't have one without the other. So now my kimchi's gotten chilled a little bit. There's a little bit of the juice has come out. Oh, I'm really excited to try it out. It looks really good. So let's see how it tastes. Oh, it tastes so good. So if you're used to kimchi, and if you haven't eaten a whole lot of it, you might think of it as a really fermented and sour taste. This one's really fresh. It's still crispy. It's got a little bit of spice to it. Oh, I love this. This is something that I will make every week and just keep in my refrigerator because I can just eat it just like a regular salad. So good. I want to take a piece of it and eat here with this ramen. This right here is the ultimate test to see if my kimchi is good or not. Let's see how it tastes. Definitely passed the test. Wow. I'll tell you, the kimchi mixed with the spiciness, the saltiness of these instant noodles, ooh, just really elevates all the flavor. I'll tell you, this is the perfect snack. It could be a light meal, it could be a lunch. Whatever it is, kimchi and instant ramen, just the perfect combination. Yum, you guys. So do you guys like kimchi? Tell me down in the comment section below. I'm really curious to know if you like kimchi. And also I'm going to leave this recipe down in the description box below, so feel free to check it out. But again, don't feel pressured into doing exactly what I put down there. Kind of just shape it up a little bit. Do what you want, add, subtract, kind of do whatever, just cater it to your own flavors here.